caller. This is Mark ERP62 coming back at you for another episode of Just My Opinion. Coming at you today to kind of talk about some of the things that are going on. Again, in this country, in this world, we're seeing our president stumbling around, bungling around, worse than George Bush, in my opinion. I just wonder how much longer he's really going to last. Anyway, time will tell. Still looking at the border, wondering what's going on down there with all the Haitians gathering under the bridge. Where's our vice president? Where's Kamala? Where's Kamala? What's she doing in the midst of all this? The other positive point that I'm seeing is Durham's finally making a presence, and he's indicted Sussman. Come to find out that Sussman was Clinton Foundation's attorney at Perkins Coie, and was the one that was actually pushing the Russia collusion document from Steele, the Steele dossier. We already knew all that. That's really old news. It's just finally now been verified. Again, Durham kind of coming out from behind the scenes and is beginning to reveal what he's been working on. This is just the beginning of what's to come. But you can rest assured that as this comes out, there's going to be more evil come behind it. Because the deep state wants nothing more than to stop all this, shut it all down, and get back to what they wanted in the first place, which was Hillary to beat Trump in 16, and we'd be halfway through this conversion into the New World Order at this point. What was going to happen was that we were going to be stripped of our rights, stripped of our guns, stripped of our very freedom, the fabric of this being the Constitution that holds us all together as Americans. Fortunately enough, President Trump was elected in 2016. Whether you like him or not, if you look at what he has done compared to what he says in tweets or anything like that, look at what his actions are. Actions speak louder than words. We all know this. Actions speak louder than words. Listen to what they say, and this goes for Pelosi, Schumer, President Biden, Harris, Sanders, Cruz, Rubio, any of them. Even here in North Carolina, Tom Tillis, Governor Cooper. Listen to what they say, but watch what they do. That goes for our school boards, our elected officials locally. It's all the same thing. All of this starts at the local level. And we have to wake up and pay attention to what's going on in the local levels so that it doesn't get this way anymore. Now we're in a spiritual battle for this country and for this world. And we've got to win this. How are we going to do that? Like I've said in the past, we reach out across party lines and we open up to our brothers and sisters. We're all the same. We all have minds to think. We have ears to hear. We have a brain to reason with. I've said it before. And what happens if we cut ourselves? What color do we bleed? We all bleed the same color. It's because the same blood runs through our veins like everybody else does. You know, we can't let this country go to communism. We can't. Look at what happened in Cuba when Fidel Castro took over. They've been living in a dictatorship ever since. Talk to some people from Cuba. They'll tell you how bad it was, because our mainstream media is not going to tell you the truth. That's why I suggest you look for people like Mel K, for Simon Parks, for David Nino Rodriguez, for Flyover Conservative Patriots, for the Steel Truth, and Scott McKay, the Patriot Street Fighter. And that's just a few. Now look at Bannon's War Room. There are alternate information points coming out, and some have been out for a long time. But we need to pay attention to some of those outlets, because they're reporting things. Black Conservative Patriots, another one that comes to mind. Dan Bongino's another one. I could go on and on and on and name more and more and more. But the point is, turn off the mainstream media, because they lie. They do not tell the truth. They are the propaganda arm of the liberal party in this country. Look at that $35,000 a plate gala that AOC went to, that dress she had on. Tax the rich. Go ahead, tax the rich. See what happens. This country will be shut down quicker than a New York minute. Why? The rich pays their fair share if you stop and look at the numbers. And unfortunately, I don't have those numbers ahead of me right now. But they're easy to find. All you got to do is a little research. It's like with anything else. The jab, research it. I saw a report the other day saying that they're switching the jab for the flu shots in some cases. Wonder why they'd be doing that. Why in the world would they do that? Why are they doing away with the PCR test? Number one, the PCR test was never designed for the flu. It was designed to check the common cold and see what's going on. That's how it was calibrated. It was calibrated with coronavirus and fecal matter. Research it. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. That's what I suggest you do on everything that I say. Don't quote me verbatim. Right now, I'm going off the cuff. I'm going off of what I've seen and what I've read and what I've heard. And what I'm speaking is things I've verified and I know to be truth. But again, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. The information is there. Use Brave. That's a great browser. It's not influenced like Google Chrome or anything like that. You know, it's a sad state when we have to be careful of what we say, because we're afraid of offending someone. Well, we don't intentionally want to offend anyone. All we want to do is make people stop and think about what they're doing and what's going on. That's all this is. That's all we want to do. It's just make people stop and think and stop being sheep. Sheep get led to slaughter, and they don't even realize it's being done. All these people with masks, all these people getting the jab. You're sheep. You're test subjects in a grand experiment to depopulize the earth. Look at the Georgia Guidestones. The first two claims right there. That's what it's all about. Wake up. Smell the coffee. See what's going on. Open your dadgum eyes and use your freaking brain, the one that God gave you, to exercise it to find the truth. It's there. I promise you it's there. Good times are coming. But we're going to go through a whole lot worse before it gets better. Why? Because it's a spiritual battle for this earth. It's a spiritual battle for this very country. Look at what's going on in Australia right now. They're having a very hard time. The government has taken control. They're locking everything down, just like Nazi Germany did, just like Hitler did Nazi Germany. Same dadgun thing. Open your eyes. History repeats itself unless we stop it. And that's what we've got to do right now. It's imperative that we set down our arms. We open our arms to each other, hug on each other, love on each other, because we're all brothers and sisters in this. Yeah, we have different ideas. We have different ways of doing things, but that's fine. That's fine. That's what makes this world a grand place. What makes it even better is when we can come together and discuss our differences and come to amicable solutions where everyone's happy. And when everyone gets happy, you're going to see an explosion of love and gratitude around this earth that no one can stop and no one can deny. There will be an abundance in this land. God's promised us that. But we have to begin to love everyone first. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this right now. But just know I love you. I care for you. And I want open dialogue with you. That way we can make this world a better place to live. I pray y'all an enjoyable day. Marky RP62 signing off. Peace.